What's going on, everyone? This is Impeccable Apex here, and I just wanted to go over the playbook, which is the Jackson Bullies white paper. So I'm not going to go over the entire white paper. This is version 1.3, April 2022. We just actually minted our first mint, which is the locker mint, and that's what I'm going to be covering here today. And just a little bit of details just to kind of give everyone an idea of what Jackson Bullies NFT is about and where we're going into the future. So let's get into it. Side note, if anyone has actually read the white paper, kudos to you. I did take quite a bit of time putting this together. It is quite lengthy at over 34 pages, I believe, or 35 pages. And it's actually growing, so these videos might be a necessary thing. But today, let's just talk about the locker mint. Let's just get right to it. So I already took the liberty to highlight a couple of key points here. Again, very boring video, nothing special here other than just an explanation of what the locker mint is. So let's get to it. So the locker mint is the first inaugural Jackson Bullies NFT. This allows you to go from being a nerd and virgin to a Jackson Bully. So what does that actually mean? Well, many of you might not know, we've actually the same community as the Nerds and Virgins. We're just kind of doing a pseudo fork off of that community. Why is that? Well, a lot of people in the Nerds and Virgins didn't like the way the community project was going, and it was just kind of taking too long, and a lot of us just said, you know what, we're going to start our own. And here we are with the Jackson Bullies. So the first official Jackson Bully CNFT that is going to be minted is the locker mint. So our mint matches the exact numbers of nerds and virgins created through their mint of just 2650. This is on purpose. So this allows us to have every single nerd and virgin be able to participate in the Jackson Bullies. In the future, when we kind of get beyond this whole nerd virgin fiasco, we will be opening it up more to the public, but this wouldn't be part of the locker mint. This would be a whole nother mint and a whole nother video. Let's not really go there. But for right now, we have 2,650 NFTs ready to go where you would trade in your nerd and you'd get a jock and bully. So what does this actually do for us, the jocks and bullies? Well, it actually ensures two things. One, the minter is or was a holder of the original Nerds and Virgins CNFT. So again, we are an original community of Nerds and Virgins holders. We wanted to create a better community, a better project, and we kind of just broke off on our own and decided to start our own. But we also wanted to make sure that every single person that has minted a Nerd and Virgin was able to get into the Jackson Bullies. So as of right now, the only way to get in is to use that nerd and mint a Jackson Bully locker mint. The second thing that this does is it says the member relinquishes control of that virgin to the community wallet. This is known as the Virgin Sacrifice. This is just kind of more or less a pledge of just saying I'm no longer a nerd and virgin and I'm willing to be a jock and bully. It's just kind of a fun roleplay way of kind of doing these community crossover event type things. Actually, there is a little side note here. I also wanted to mention that the Jackson Bullies is in no way affiliated with Nerds and Virgins, other than the fact that we are using the Nerd and Virgin as a entry point into our community. Impeccable Apex, or any of the alpha members within my channel are not affiliated with Ape Crypto YT. That's his project, is the Nerds and Virgins. Ours is the Jock and Bullies. We just started our own, and hopefully we can flourish on both sides. But what do you actually get from a locker mint from the Jackson Bullies? Well, there's two things that kind of happen. One, you'll get the actual CNFT, obviously. But the other thing, though, is it moves you up from a pledge role to a Sigma role. And this grants you extra access to community channels on our Discord, as well as a future website that we're going to be building out just for community members, which is going to be wallet validation. So if you don't have a Jackson NFT in your wallet, you will not be able to log into the website. And on that website, we're going to be hosting a ton of stuff, games, giveaways. This is also where we'll be able to propose and vote on future projects and what to do with community wallets. Because you got to remember, everything that we are doing is part of a community. So any funds that come in through certain NFTs that we may sell goes back to the community wallet, and we decide on how we want to spend it. So here's a quick look, just some examples of the NFTs that we have. This is specifically the Locker Mint NFT. So we have, I believe, 7 different bullies. There's well over like 75 different attributes for each one of them. And you can even see just some minor differences within here. We have our defaced nerds areas right here, which is the lockers. Obviously, the nerd is stuffed in there yelling help. We got our bullies all standing around, doing their kind of pose after they just stuffed that nerd in the locker. And there's a whole bunch of little hidden goodies within here. I would highly recommend checking out jpeg.store just to see our page, just so you can see how many attributes there are in these images. And there's quite a few of them. So how does it actually work? So working with the Gingerbread Squad minting services, they did an awesome job at providing a very unique way to mint. So the only way you could actually mint a Jock and Bully NFT right now is you have to send your nerd in. So you have to own a Nerd and Virgin plus 12 ADA on one transaction, and you'll get back the Jocks and Bullies NFT. So this is probably one of the only projects that are out there that are actually doing this, which is quite exciting. I'm glad to be part of this, and I'm glad we actually figured it out, because this is a prerequisite to the whole project. But you can see that we are definitely dedicated in trying to get the Nerds and Virgins into Jocks and Bullies. So I wanted to make sure that people were aware of how you actually have to get in. So as of right now, the only way to get in is you have to be a Nerd and Virgin holder. And then you have to relinquish that Nerd and Virgin over to us to become a Jock and Bully. So this actually gives us quite a bit of Nerds and Virgins in the community wallet. And what are we going to be doing with those Nerds and Virgins in the community wallet? Well, right now, the only plan that we have is we're going to sell them on the secondary market for 69 ADA. So why 69 ADA? Well, I say, why not? That is the meme number of all meme numbers. And this whole thing is essentially just a meme. And we're all having fun with it. So every nerd will be put up on the jpeg.store for 69 ADA after a few weeks after the first initial mint, just so we can kind of collect them and have an organized method of putting these up. So they're going to be up for 69 ADA, or unless the community votes otherwise. So I know there are the 3D nerds that might be coming in the future. We may decide to hold a couple of nerds just to have it for our assets for the community to use. Or we may just say, screw it, and sell all the nerds for 69 ADA. Now, if they do sell for 69 ADA, the entirety of that pot goes back to the community wallet. That does not go back to me as the founder, does not go back to the alumni wallet. Everything that would be put into the Locker Mint wallet will go 100% back to the community wallet for the Jocks and Bullies, minus the, obviously, ticket fees and things like that, the transaction fees. So how long is the Locker Mint open for? The Locker Mint's going to be open up for 6 months. This is determined based on the fact that we are trying to get as many members as possible from the Nerds and Virgins. We are not we're not a sellout type of mint. We're not a try to get everyone in as quick as possible type of mint. We are a educational mint where people will need to be educated on our community and see what we're actually doing. Currently, right now, I believe we have somewhere around 28 to 29 Locker Mints created. So the community is still growing. Obviously, out of the 2,650, there's not going to be 2,650 people holding it. We some people actually hold more than one, believe it or not. But for those that actually hold more than one, our community is great. Maybe you can get rid of a dying asset in the Nerds and Virgins, mint with us, be part of the community, maybe win some prizes, win some games that we'll be posting up pretty soon. And, it gives a little bit of functionality to the and utility to the Nerds and Virgins. It's one of those things where you have to make your own decision on where you want to be. I know a lot of the guys that are in the Jocks and Bullies are quite impressed with the fast-paced movement that we have. We've already done a few giveaways. We've already done a few games. We've been playing around with some memes and things like that. I don't know if you've seen our Twitter. It's at JocksCNFT. You can go there and check out all the cool community artwork that we've made. And we even had one guy, Cavelli White. He made an awesome song. I would highly recommend checking that out on the YouTube channel. But I'm starting to get away from the Locker Mint, and let's pull it back into the last section of this particular video. And that is, do these Locker Mint NFTs have rarities? And you bet your ass they do. These are all the attributes that are being put into these particular mints. So these NFTs are the initial membership mints for the Jocks and Bullies, and I wanted to put enough effort into it where everyone that has gotten one whether the community succeeds or not, we'll at least get a quality piece of artwork that had rarity built into it from the get-go. And you can check out your NFT and compare it against this rarity chart. So this rarity chart is based on the full 2650. What you see on jpeg.store is only what is minted at the particular time. So probably the most rarest things that you could potentially get would be these defaced nerds. And all these defaced nerds are actually from the community, created by the community, for the community. And I wanted to make sure that all those got put into the Joxabole's locker mint. And let's scroll back up to the actual images here. And I'm going to just do a quick zoom in just to kind of show you. So we have Bird Brain right here. This, I think he's known as Dog Water. This was Shithead. And then this one right here is Dicokio, which is kind of like Pinocchio, but with a dick on his nose. And these are all created by community members, immortalized on our NFTs for everyone to enjoy. So I hope this answers a few questions of what we're trying to achieve. Again, we are just a community-focused project that is driven by voting through verification of the wallet, of the CNFT in your wallet, which would be done on our particular website. Right now, the Discord is the only place where we're actually holding polls and proposals for future events, and this is going to be rolled out onto the website in the near future as I continue to build this along. But I believe that's it for right now. If you are ready to mint a Joxabole and leave those nerds behind, head to our website at joxcnft.io. All the information's right there. The only place that has the minting address is also on our website. So don't trust anyone on the Discord or anything like that, not even myself, because people have tried to spoof me. But I guess that's it for right now, and we'll see you later.